Hey guys, Anthony, 4x4 Diesel. As usual, I just need to show you stuff, okay? I'm not sure how much you can see. There's nothing here that's super important. The people that sent these injectors back, thanks for that. I can't even speak today. Your free contamination check is complete. Okay, so all contamination free once again, which is awesome. Okay, Adams on the right. That was out of a 2012 vehicle, and we said before we find injectors anything up to about 3 years older than the vehicle. These injectors, I'm going to double check. Oh no, actually, maybe there's some different ones actually. Ah, interesting. Hang on, let me just see. No, that's right. So they were all built in 2012, which the vehicle is a 2012. Must be early 2012. That's just crazy. These injectors, the manufacture date is telling me, I'm just going to look again and check. Yep, January 2012. And the vehicles are 2012. So I don't know what's going on there. That's either they were done early days, which I doubt, or they were super duper new. But anyway, contamination free is the main thing. They were full DLC, which is better than the non-DLCs, which we got a bit of a comparison here, so we'll get to that. So a few things. Let's compare the seats first. Now, the ones on the right, 167,000 Ks. I would say original, haven't been out before. There is also a note there saying original, so I think so. I'm not sure if you're asking me or telling me, but I believe it looks original and it looks like they haven't been out before. The one on the left, 137,000 Ks, right? It's a 2010, and the injectors were built in give me a sec, March 2009. Okay, so let's look at both the sets of seats first. Now, I'm not sure, should end up being 4K video, so look, I'll zoom in a bit closer. I zoom it for you. Let's look at the ones on the right first. Alright, let's see how that works out. You can see the seating area is massive. It's not eroded away in the middle. This is 167K, how good it is, right? So that's what I want to say about the seats. That's normally how long they last, right? Now, not always though. In most cases, they're still looking really good condition like that. Now, they could have been changed, but I doubt it, because if they were, we'd more likely see black spot. Don't worry, it's again messy here, just stripped injectors down, bits of carbon and whatever. But I'm looking at those seats going, no, there's no carbon. If they'd been done before, there's not many people you can trust more than yourselves to make sure it's all clean and get all that carbon out, right? So they look good. Let's come to the set over this side. Let's see if this works out. Right, same deal. These are 137. I've got them turned up. I should have them around the right way. Right, again, really good seating area both sides, nice and clean. Right, so it kind of makes sense, if you know what I mean. That's typical what you see. So although we say check your oil pickup, and yes, check your oil, just have a quick look though. If you've got a car that's done under 100,000 Ks, or you've replaced the injectors and you know the job's done right, you don't need to stress out putting cameras up there getting messy. It's just a quick look. Yep, she's clear. You know what I mean? You know what it's going to be, because you haven't, you haven't got blow by because the job's done right, or it's low Ks and it hasn't been touched from factory. Ain't going to be an issue. All right, now let's get back a little bit again. Back. Okay. So that's the seat side of it. They look good, typical. Now the injector side of it. These are not full DLC. Actually, I shouldn't have zoomed out yet. Actually, hang on a minute. Let's get back in there. Have a look at those command pistons. No surprise, it's the usual sort of thing. I'm not going to mess with them too much because I've given them a quick wipe clean and just laid them there. You can see the wear, that's just all along there. This is why if you've got an 09, 10, 11 and most 12, some 12s, look, 12's where they change. So 11, you're most likely going to have this. 13, you're most likely going to have that. 12's a bit of an unknown, right? So, and you can't see in the readings with these injectors from late 09 vehicles onwards. So these are the late, I can tell you this would be after, so the vehicle's 2010, so the system, it's a later injector from September 09 onwards roughly. you're not going to see much in the diagnostic screen. So this is, hopefully you pick it up. I'm just going to start mentioning this in every video. The later ones, you just can't really go by that. You've got to go by averages. These are 137,000 Ks, and you can see those command pistons. They're trashed, right? You can see, you know. So the injector's not going to be working well. Now, what I want to say, let's talk about the nozzle needles as well. They're DLC coated, and the solenoid valves in here will be as well, but we don't take them out. This is mainly a contamination check. We don't need to, some injectors we do, but we don't need to in all of them, to just for our own education, if you know what I mean. But so these are DLC coated. Those nozzle needles, they are beautiful. So in this injector, the problem is here, the wear on the command piston. With these nozzle needles, they're in good condition still, so 137,000 Ks. If we look at these ones over this side, we've got the DLC coating, which is awesome. I can roll it around, I'll just make it dirty. It's just oily, there's oil residue on it. But, you know, it depends which way you look, get the light on. If you get those nice and clean and get them in your face, they are beautiful, right? They're really in good condition. So what I want to just compare now, compare, is you won't be able to see it, but I'll try. These nozzle needles, they've got some wear. I'm going to hold them there and mess around. I'll put them against the paper, I don't know. Put my hand there first to get it to zoom the distance, whatever, you know, this technology, let the technology do the job, right? I don't know if you can see that. I don't know if I can see it, right? I hope you got it on a massive big screen, 4K, and it's going off, so hopefully you can see that, right? But there's wear just on the tips of those nozzle needles, right? Now, you might think, oh, what are they? Aren't they all like that? Well, the set over here next to it ain't like that, right? This set here isn't, that set is. So that's kind of the kilometers thing, you know? This is where we're saying there's a lot of variables, I'll say. There's a lot of variables in when you replace your injectors, but there's only a little bit of variable in when you replace your injectors, if you know what I mean. So there's all these different factors, how old they were in the first place, are they DLC or not? Has anyone been in there, been in the fuel pipes, checking the valve clearances, contamination? Well, there's a whole lot, I could just go on all day, but it's still around about the same time. If you get to 7 years, sometime from then on, if you say, I don't know, 8 years old, and you've only done 100,000 Ks, well, you're probably all right a bit longer if they're full DLCs, right? If you've done 200,000 Ks in 4 years, well, that's a lot of highway Ks. They seem to work better and last better, so that's probably okay. So you've got these variables, but the best guide I can give you, the 7-year 170K thing, and that's what's going on here. These are 7 years old. They're 167, so 170. The wear's starting to happen on the nozzle needles. They've done a lot of work. It's a good time to replace them. You know, just that peace of mind, and it's all running in peak condition, nice, clean, smooth, and all that sort of thing. So that about concludes these video. Adam, they were yours. If you guys can't read, Cameron, these are yours. I've obviously crossed out names, read Joe's phone numbers, and whatever, more or less. The important bit of privacy. This is probably just going to go in the VIP group for now, but you never know, at a later date I might open it up. Again, there's information there for everyone. So when I do videos, I'm not too sure where I'm going to put them. They're all going on YouTube now, obviously, so that way we know that's where they all are. So if we ever want to sort of unleash everything, we could just click a button and do that. Anyway, guys, clearer contamination. I hope I've added a bit of information that it was worth watching the video. If so, you know the deal. Give me the thumbs up. Tell your friends, check it out, check out the info, whatever. We just want to get all these diesels running clean as well. Better thing for the environment and mainly our health as well. You know, we don't want to be breathing. I'm sick of all these black, sooty, smoky. It's all other brands anyway. The Toyota's the majority of the brands, but they're the ones that are usually running clean. Let's just keep it that way. Catch you later.